Good morning, welcome back to Frog Watch. Let's be very careful to check the trench each day. These little guys fall in, and today we have him. I think I've seen him before, however we have a newbie, a little guy. Good morning. Yeah, you won't find much to eat down here. I think we better escort you away. Right, we'll go and get the bucket, frog transporter, and we'll take you off to somewhere safe. Well, that took some doing. Of course, they're not the least bit grateful. Probably silently criticising me for digging this big hole that they can't get out of. Right, come on guys, time to move. Reverse up my ladder. Bring this. No, oh, you're a springy one. It's alright, you just stay still a couple of minutes, mate. You'll be alright, keep you safe. Here you go. Right, come on, everybody out, end of the line. Come on. There we go, there's one. Come on, sunshine. Oh, you're going to be difficult. Alright, well, you've worked it out. Oops, you're on you. That's it, there you go. Don't do it again. Right, okay, back to what I was doing. Right, we had on Friday the building inspector come round, another one, a different one this time, and there was a whole bunch of things she wasn't happy about, but that's the nature of things. So basically, instead of doing strip footings and underpinning, which is what I planned to do, which is more economical on resources, what she wants me to do is to flood fill the concrete to the bottom of the house foundations. You'll see it better here. So basically a continuous strip up to that white bit, which is the bottom of there. So the concrete goes under there, which means more concrete. Also, we had an issue in this corner. This corner's going to be a perpetual nightmare because we have three steels here. We have a lintel coming across there, we have the long beam going down there, and on the inner leaf we have a beam going across the top of the window onto that wall. So we've got three steels there. The plans show a single 100mm block wall, just one of those blocks thick. You can't do that. So what we're going to have to do is to build or cast a pad footing for probably a masonry column here to have sufficient space to land those steels on, and also to provide sufficient foundations for them. So that needs to be calculated. So what I've got to do, or what she said I can do, is to stop the strip footing there and stop the strip footing there, and then we can work on this area and come up with something. So that's a call into the architect. What I'm doing now, apart from escorting frogs off the property, which is always a bit of fun first thing in the morning, is using my laser level just to work out how much concrete I actually need now. Far more than originally thought, but it means that we use fewer trench blocks. So swings and roundabouts. Yeah, the concrete, just by way of explanation, the concrete needs to be up to... Ah, good morning, neighbour. Good morning. Still got a grubby mark on your back. Never mind. The concrete needs to be up to the bottom of the house foundations. Now, if it was a more modern house and the foundations weren't so shallow and thin, then we wouldn't have needed anywhere near as much concrete. Hello, you all right? All right, sweetie. So what I'm doing is just going around, putting a mark around the footing so I can work out the volume of concrete that I need. That's coming on Thursday, 10 o'clock in the morning. Yes, 10 o'clock in the morning. Do pay attention, I will ask questions later. And that'll be pumped in. Shouldn't take too long because there isn't quite as much to do as we originally thought. But I do need to accurately work out the volume. Where we have pipework coming through, and this will be the waste pipe for the soil stack and the shower room. I'm got to put steel mesh in bottom and top, so that one will sit 50 millimeters above the polystyrene there, which is just covering up the waste pipe going through the foundations, and then there'll be a similar one near the top. That doesn't need reinforcement, that in itself doesn't, although I'll put some steel in the bottom. But where we come over this, which is the duct for the water pipe coming in, I'll have to put similar steel work, but that'll all be dependent on this. So there we go. What I've got to do today, all I've got to do today, is to put some shuttering down there because it kind of collapsed. Well, it didn't collapse, but there was fence posts cast in there, so I've got to go past where they were because the concrete's coming up to the red line on that board. So I don't want it spilling over into that area. Oh, we've got a plane going over. So there we are. I'll crack on and show you what I've done later. It's end of day. What have I achieved? Well, lots of bits and pieces really. Dug out that little bit. That didn't take very long. That just needed scooping out to the same level, so that was easy. Put a bit of shuttering there because we had a collapse on the corner. That was easy. Put an earth buttress against this one. Because obviously pressure of concrete, I don't want the shuttering to collapse backwards. Likewise with this one, obviously we've got a lot more weight of concrete against it, so earth buttress there. That needed shoring up because I had to dig this water pipe out because it was below the line of the concrete. I don't want that. That's going. Dum-de-dum-de-dum, round here. Okay, a lot more shuttering because the back of the trench had sort of collapsed and was dug out where we'd taken fence posts out. So basically it's pretty much all shuttered. And then this bit here, let's just get a better vantage point. Stretch over. That bit had sort of collapsed anyway, so that needed shuttering, well, not so much shuttering as shoring up to stop further collapse. What I've also done, you see the red line there, that is the level that the concrete is coming up to, which seems a preposterously high and large amount. Well, unfortunately it's necessary because that is just the top of the natural, and ignoring the fact in the 1930s they did that, I'm not allowed to. So we have to have much more concrete. We have to have concrete up to the bottom of the original foundations. So that means all the way down there. You can you see a little scratch in the earth just about there? That's the line. I've just got to project the line along. And then the red line here is where it's coming up to on that one, and then 2 marks on there is where it's coming up to on that one. So yeah, there is 10 cubic meters of concrete going in here on Thursday morning. That's all ordered. The pump is ordered for the same time, which is something that you really want to get right, and it should take about an hour to pump all that in. And then we've got to deal with this. The architect, had a word with the architect's office. they're going to be working on this during the next few days, so hopefully we can get that to the council for them to go, yeah, that's fine, and we'll get on with that. I'm not going to be here tomorrow or Wednesday other than late on, just to make sure everything's okay for Thursday morning. So today is day 21? Not sure. So there won't be a daily video, because I won't be here. So anyway, thank you for watching. We'll catch up with this on Wednesday evening. Yes, Wednesday evening. Right, thank you.